All right, there's plenty of people here. Let's start. We're talking about finding your passion and purpose. I'm going to be doing this from time to time. That's me reading notes, but pretending I don't have notes. Breaking the fourth wall. Who's this not for? This is not for people that aren't bothered about purpose and goals and connecting to their vision. And that's okay too. I've got plenty of friends who just aren't wired that way. And I've got some really super successful friends who don't think about goals and they just go through life and see what happens. And amazing. So this is all about connecting to your purpose and passion if you are wired that way. Oh my God, what's going on here? So you got to tell me about these things. I don't spot stuff like this. That'll do. I'm wired that way. I need a brief. I need a guiding star. I need a GPS. I love that. I absolutely love it because it keeps me on track. And sometimes when I fall off track and I start to feel a bit, oh, what am I doing? Where am I? Am I on the right track? I can literally just tune back into my vision and goals and go, okay, yeah, I'm doing that and I'm not doing that. Oh, you know what? That's really annoying me now. If in doubt. Everything's better when you got your hat on backwards. So I'm just going to ask you a bunch of questions. I really want you to tune into this. And if you are thinking about maybe changing roles, changing jobs, changing partners, changing your life, changing everything, then these questions are really going to help. So let's just dive in. The first question I've got written down: what makes you feel motivated and inspired? And I know that's an obvious question, but I want you to take 10 seconds right now. Tune in to you. Forget about everything else. Forget about all of life. And forget about the family. Forget about work. Forget about everything. And just tune in to one thing that makes you feel really excited about life. So for me, this is work. This is me just doing extra, but I'm teaching, I'm guiding, I'm building courses, I'm writing a book, I'm guiding all sorts of different people on their adventures and their journeys, and that's really fulfilling for me, but it's still a job. I love it, but it's still a job. So for me, music is the thing where I'm tap out of all of life, tap out of my relationship, tap out of work, tap out of family and friends, and I just tune into, it's like connecting to life. Just, I love it. I absolutely love it. Jamie says nature. Yes, more of that. Let me know. Let's connect here. Let's talk about this. This is a discussion. I don't just want this to be me just going. So Jamie Ray, thank you. Nature, that's perfect. A great example. Look at that, nature. Absolutely beautiful. So for me, it's music. There's been a time in my life when I wasn't doing music because I was building all of this and I was out of balance. I was getting grumpy. I was getting a bit more snappy in my relationship, and my wife, would turn around and go, what's going on? And I had to go, I'm not doing music. I need to be doing it. And we had to work that into our discussion. I'm doing it now and I'm balanced. So David says the gym, and perfect. Nature, the gym, a hobby. What I'm essentially getting at here is, if you're not doing that thing that just makes you tap out of all of life, and I don't mean to say it like this, but this is what came up, you're fucking up. You're not doing life properly. And yes, we're all busy. Yes, we've all got a million things to do. But that's no excuse for you not to be tuning into that one thing, even if it's for 10 minutes a week. Everybody can do 10 minutes a week. Ideally, you do it once a week or a few times a week. And ultimately, if you can get paid for that thing, well, then that's just another level. Sharon says sailing. Whoa. I've never been sailing. Might need to upgrade my friends. Sharon, send me a DM. Amazing. So This is question number one. Tune into that thing. Some people go through their whole lives and they don't really even think about it like that. They just go to the gym, or they go sailing, or they do a bit of music, but they don't connect to it like it's something that's really fulfilling their soul. Katie says, being on my own in silence. 100%. I absolutely love that. Screw everyone else, the kids, all of life. It's me time. Yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And David says it's about making that choice. That's what we're talking about. So question 2, what would I like to experience in life if time and money are not an issue? This is the point where people go, well, I'd love to be doing this and this and this, but money and time are an issue. So what do you say to that? And what I usually say to that is, that's not an excuse. If this is something you absolutely want to do, I put off music for so long because I didn't have the funds to do it how I wanted to do it. So what I did was I put the whole thing on the shelf and concentrated on this. And I'm glad I did, because I'm at that place now where I can do both of those things. But I stopped doing the thing I love because of an excuse about finances. And that's no excuse. There's no excuse at all. So obviously that doesn't work for everything, because let me put it this way. If you wanted to be like why am I thinking of that? Like a racing car driver, and you wanted to do it for fun, that costs a shit ton of money. So unless you have a shit ton of money, it's probably not going to happen. So think about your life. Think about what you really, really want to do and what's attainable and what you actually truly want to do. Sana says anything creative. No, I like it. I like where you've started, but tighten that up. Anything creative? Come on. Come on now. Let's go into the top 1, 2, 3 things that you love to do. And then I want you to fine tune that and think, what are you doing where you could just lean into it? Even if you're not doing it on the grand scale that you'd love to do it, can you just lean into it? Number 3 is, do I truly believe this is attainable and a possibility for me? I've asked this question when I've been teaching before, and people have told me a big story about what they want to do, and then I've asked this question and they've gone, nah, I don't actually believe that I can do it. But they're locked in this trap of just going for it anyway. So this is a time when we've got to really look at what we're spending our energy on, and is it worth it? And if you don't believe it, why don't you believe it? Is there some limiting beliefs surrounding that about worth? Oh, I can't do this. I'm not good enough. Why do you think you're not good enough? Can you look back at what you have done and what you have achieved? All right, yeah, maybe I am good enough. Maybe I can do this. Am I surrounded by people that don't want me to do this? If you want to quit smoking and you hang around loads of smokers, just for an example, if you come in on Monday and you're like, oh, I'm not going out for a cigarette break because I'm going to quit smoking, I guarantee that all those smokers will not want you to quit because it makes them feel bad. So think about everything like this. Think about all these little nuances. Number 4, what are my most important needs and desires, and does my present life fulfill these needs and desires? This is a tricky one because some people don't even know what their needs and desires are. But if you do know what they are, and you look at the actions and the habits that you're taking, you can have a moment where you can look at yourself and go, okay, am I actually doing what I need to be doing? Like I said, my needs and desires were music, and it just wasn't going away. It was eating me inside. Dreams buried alive, never die. I love to say that. Thoughts buried alive, never die. It was just coming up all the time. Music, music, music. Why don't you do music, 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 music? These are my deep-rooted desires. I was kind of going, not now, I've got to do this, got to do that, not now. And I could have been doing it once a week just to kind of connect. Right now, I'm honoring that. And I feel more balanced, more in tune, more aligned, more at peace, more happy. So what is it for you? What is that thing? What is that need and desires? It might be something in your relationship. Are you not saying that thing that you need in your relationship? Maybe you just need a bit more love or a bit more compassion or fill in the blank. But if you're not explaining what you need to yourself or to your partner or to your boss or to your family, friends or your colleagues, it's on you. So this is why we've got to do this. Okay, moving on. What's the one thing I would like to do more often and why? What can I do to make this happen? What's the one thing I'd like to do more and why? So can anyone jump in now and give me an example of one thing they'd like to do more? Sana said before, anything creative, and I challenged her on that and said, niche that down to one thing. And I'll wait, I'll drink tea. I'll drink my peppermint tea. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Katie. Daily walk out of the house and work and life. Okay, let's go. Let's figure this out. Is it possible for you to do a daily walk? Is it a possibility? This is the first question we've got to ask ourselves. When we figure out what the thing is, the next question is that possible? Join an animal sanctuary, David says. Wow, that's awesome too. So Katie says, just about. Oh, just about right. So this is the next thing for David and Katie, who've been so kind to join in on this. Katie, your walk, ideally you'd want an hour to yourself. Might not be happening right now. But if you can get out the house for 10 minutes and you can tell your family, this is my time and I'm doing it and I don't want to hear anything about it, then that's it. And it's a daily commitment and non-negotiable. I always say, aim for the big 5, Monday to Friday. But start with one thing. If you can do it once, you can do it twice. If you can do it twice, you can do it 3 times. 3 times is amazing, 5 times unreal. Clearing and honoring my space daily as my environment gets chaotic. My environment gets chaotic. Watch that self-talk. As does my energy. I'd like to ensure all my environment are in order. So first of all, watch that self-talk. My environment and my energy gets chaotic. Well, guess what? That will keep on happening. But you know this already. Non-negotiable is something we just started doing. I'll let you know how it goes. Amazing. Sana says cooking or painting. Let's do one. Which one is it? Cooking or painting? This is how we start. It's this simple. And I know I'm oversimplifying it here and I don't mean to sound patronizing, but sometimes it just takes someone to say, hey, what's that thing that you want to do and what you're going to do about it? And sometimes that's all it is. And we just have to make that non-negotiable. And yet sometimes we slip up, something happens and we can't fulfill that non-negotiable. This is my non-negotiable. I'm showing up to do lives and I'm saying 3 times a week. Anything more than 3 is a bonus. And I just feel even better. I'm doing it every week, 3 times a week, non-negotiable. This is the thing that I wanted to do, the one thing I would like to do more of and why. I'd like to connect more with you guys and help you guys if I can be of any help. That makes me feel good, it makes you feel good. Win, win, win. So I'm going to leave it there. I think we did good. I'm really grateful for everyone that played along, and anyone that's watching this live, let me know where you are, or on the replay, let me know where you are. Do these questions, go through it again. I think we got through 5. They're really good questions, really simple. I'm going to do more of this sort of stuff, talk about self-care, talk about mindset. We can talk about purpose. We can talk about your goals. I just want to wish you a happy, whatever day you're watching this. I love you loads and I miss you already. I'm going to go and do a workout. That's my reward for doing this. Really great to add a little reward for your non-negotiable. Something healthy is always good. But you do you. Hey, no judgment here. And I will say goodbye to you.